everybody, and welcome to episode 14 of the Detroit Lions franchise. We got a big game ahead of us as we're going to be facing Green Bay for the first time. We're going to be facing them again in 3 weeks. And currently Green Bay is the best team in the NFC. I mean, they're going to be, they're slotted to get the first round bye. This is going to be a very tough challenge for us. And we're going to have to do something here to make some plays against them. And we're hoping some of these developmental points can help us. First one is going to be Rodney Foreman. I believe we put it in either physical or slot. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I thought his base catching stat was a little low. So yeah, we do end up putting it in slot, hoping to get base catching stats, and we ended up just getting catch in traffic and +3 short route. We're definitely not going to argue about the short route there, but it is a little unfortunate. The next one was DeAndre Swift. We're going to keep pumping that into elusive back. He does go up in overall, but you can see with the morale, he's currently at an 80. We'll take it. And then it is Jeff Okudah, and we're going to continue to put it into man coverage here. We're a team that likes to play a lot of man. We want to use his athleticism. And, next year he's going to have a big challenge where he's, right now slotted to be our number one guy. He's going to be the guy that we're going to entrust to go against the best receivers every week. And then lastly is going to be Malik Hooker, who just got the superstar development last week. He's going to start developing at a much faster pace now, only 25 years old. And we're definitely going to start taking that to our advantages. He's going to hopefully become a star safety for us. So like I said, we're going up against Green Bay. We had a tough loss last week against Chicago. We went 0-2 against them in the season series. And, if we're hoping to make a playoff push, try and sneak into one of the lower seeds, that's definitely going to help us out. And if we're, looking at it from this situation, we went to go look at, where everybody's standing in the playoff race. Chicago's not even in the race. So not only are we going to have to face the fact that we are currently behind Chicago when it comes to, season tiebreakers, we're also going to be second, very likely, we're only going to be the second best team if we even win out. We're only going to be the second best team in the division when it comes to Green Bay, who is currently the best in the NFC just in general. So we're going to have to make a lot of plays here. We're going to have to make some moves, and we're going to have to figure out, how can we come out on top in some of these tough games. I mean, the second half of the season is a definite doozer. And so, we're going to be in a situation where we practically have to win out or we don't even have a chance. So here's the opening kickoff here. Matt Prater is going to kick it off, and it's tradition. It's going to be a touchback as Jones is going to take a knee in the back of the end zone. We do see them again in 3 weeks, like I said, but it'd be nice to kind of get the, the go-ahead, maybe get in their heads in the first game this season against them. But so far, Aaron Rodgers is having a phenomenal season, almost 3,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He's absolutely killing it. He's showing a lot of accuracy. He's basically being Aaron Rodgers. So on the first play here, Aaron Jones is going to end up blocking. So it's going to be a short little out route to the tight end there. So a gain of about 7 on the first play. We're expecting a lot of passing here today. I think that they're going to come out. They're going to pass a lot against us. I don't think Aaron Jones is going to be that much of a factor, though if he is, it's going to be valid. Aaron Jones is one of the better running backs in the league, and on the very next play, they ended up just tossing to him on the out route. That's going to be a big first down as Jahlani Tavai, who has struggled in coverage this season, is probably going to be matched up against him or the tight end. So he's going to have a big challenge here today, and we're hoping he can step up and make plays. On the next play there on 1st and 10, Deshaun Hand is going to stop Aaron Jones for a gain of nothing. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 here, and we're hoping that we can cause a 3rd and long, put all the cards in our hand, and try and see if we can make a play. So now Aaron Rodgers backing out all day in the pocket, and he's going to find a wide open man. That is John Brown, who they picked up in free agency. He's a very fast receiver. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He's a crafty kind of guy. And, just in general with him and Davante Adams, it's going to be a tough passing game to stop. Next play under center, he's going to dump this one off to John Brown and a little hook route there. And that's going to be a gain of a first down again. So already 4 for 4 for 44 yards. They are driving on us without issue so far. 1st and 10 on the 32. Aaron Rodgers is going to be motioning in John Brown. Let's see what comes from it. Looking around, he's going to end up throwing this to the flat, and it's going to be dropped. So a lucky break there, but a good physical play by the cornerback. And we're going to force another 2nd 10. Let's hope we can do better than we did on the first time. Now, Aaron Rodgers going to find the hook route. It's going to be Jeff Okudah in coverage, but John Brown is going to be able to catch it for a 3rd and 1. So it's already a tough situation for the defense. Will we be able to make a big stop here? They will run the ball. And Aaron Jones is going to be short, and Jeff Okudah makes up for the play before by getting a big tackle on one of the elite backs in the league. You know how it is with a lot of these running backs. They have, they can make moves, in whatever situation they are. So being able to tackle them in the open field is extremely difficult. And for Jeff Okudah to do that there, cornerbacks are not always known for their tackling ability, but he's able to make a big play for the defense and force a field goal. And here comes Matthew Stafford, who's hoping to bounce back for a three interception performance. 2,700 yards, just under 20 touchdowns. But of course, he threw 3 interceptions last week, so we're going to have to see where his confidence is currently sitting at. On a pretty talented defensive front. I mean, whether it be, Zadarius Smith or Clark, they're going to have a lot of guys who are going to be able to make a play. They're going to be able to create some pressure. They also have Rashawn Gary, who's going to be able to, probably, be a factor in the pass game as well. So we'll have to see what we can do against these guys, as we're going to run on first and second down for a total of about 4 yards on both. So it's going to be a 3rd and 7 here, and already we have to make a play on 3rd down to hopefully continue this drive. Looking there, we're going to go to Rodney Foreman, who's going to fall down as he catches, but I think he's going to, I think he just drags himself across the first down marker. So we do get a fresh set of downs, and hopefully we can put ourselves in a better situation than we did just before. Rashawn Gary is going to get the tackle on Kerryon Johnson on the very next play, but a good gain of 4 yards. I think one thing that we struggled with is, succeeding on first and second down, and we're putting ourselves in these 3rd and longs, which we really can't afford. As you see, Frank Ragnow is going to go down. That's 2 games in a row that he goes down. Last week it was just a bruised sternum, so he was able to come back, as we're going to find Sammy Watkins in the seam. Great catch and great throw there by Matthew Stafford. But he went down to a bruised sternum last week, and we're really hoping injury issues don't become a problem. We have yet to find out what the issue will be. Now, Matthew Stafford on 1st and 10 is going to hand this one off to DeAndre Swift, and he's going to gain of about 5 right there. So that's a good start already. We're already doing better than our first set of downs, and we just need to find success on 1st and 2nd down if we're going to be able to capitalize on what this offense is best at. On the very next play, we're going to find David Njoku, who's going to run a man over, and unfortunately, the momentum is going to slow him down, so we're not going to be able to get the first down here, but a 3rd and inches. So now, Matthew Stafford hands it off to Kerryon Johnson, and Rashawn Gary makes a big play behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to force us to go on 4th and 1. But in important games like this, we need to start taking chances. So 4th and 1, we're going to take that. The offense stays out. On the very next play, Kerryon Johnson, physical run, is going to be able to get the first down. We absolutely needed that if we're hoping to at least tie the game by putting up a field goal. But of course, a touchdown is the ideal target. Very next play, we're going to throw it out of bounds. Pressure coming in. They sent the blitz. So we're just going to throw that over the head of the flat route on the right side. I believe it was TJ Hawkinson in the area. And we're not going to get any yards there. On the very next play, Rodney Foreman down the middle with gains to get. A big catch and run there for Rodney Foreman. Something that we don't necessarily see from him. I guess we're so used to seeing him make big catches on the fade routes, catching the jump balls. But he's able to do that as well. He's very athletic, even for his size. And on the next play, we go Rodney Foreman for a screen route. And it's going to be Jair Alexander who's going to intercept it. And he's got nothing but green ahead of him as he heads into the house. That is a pick 6 for the Green Bay Packers defense. Absolutely disappointing. Jair Alexander makes an absolute beautiful read to jump the little RPO route there. We're hoping to bubble around, but he's able to avoid the block. He's able to shed it and make a big play for this defense. And we're starting off back at square 0, but now the score is 10-0. Matthew Stafford under center is going to throw the ball. Dropping back, he's going to find Rodney Foreman on the quick out route there. That's going to be a gain of about 8. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 here. Matthew Stafford in the shotgun with a dual back set. You're going to see Kerryon Johnson to the left and Swift off to the right. Play action here, looking for the open man. And we're going to find Brashad Perriman, who's unable to come down with it. Ideally, the ball would have been thrown in his chest. He was wide open. Make the catch easy for him, Stafford. I mean, the catch should have been, he should have caught that nonetheless. But, we definitely want to make it easy on our receivers when they're open like that. And, throw it on the numbers. And, that's just going to raise our chances of success. And we're going to be forced to punt here. So on first down, it's going to be a short throw. 2nd and 5 now. He's going to go back to the hook. And he does end up catching that with Jamie Collins able to take him down right away. So a tough contested catch. And 1st and 10 on the 31 now. Aaron Jones right behind him. He's going to hand it off, but Romeo Okwara is going to be able to get him behind the line of scrimmage. So 4 rushes for only 1 yard so far. And now it's going to be a 2nd and 14. A chance for this defense to bail out the offense, something that they've been doing all season long. Aaron Rodgers drops back, and I believe that is going to be Tonyan. It is, who's going to gain about 8 to 9 yards. No, even more. That's maybe 11 yards right there. And of course, Aaron Rodgers now has his X Factor activated. So of course, what that does is that makes his release so much quicker as he's going to find Davante Adams on the crossing route and Tracy Walker just unable to catch him. Malik Hooker putting in a good effort to try and get him at the last second, but unable to. And 17-0 only halfway through the second quarter. We need to make a play, and we need to do it soon, or else this game is going to get out of hand. Matthew Stafford throwing it short for Sammy Watkins on the short out route, but he's going to be able to turn it upfield for a couple extra yards, so this is going to be a 2nd and inches now. Back in the shotgun, we're bringing back the dual back set, something we might see a little more often throughout this season, because we just think having 2 weapons like these 2 running backs are, is just going to benefit us, as we're going to throw Kerryon Johnson on the screen. Unfortunately, the blocks don't pick up the linebacker who's roaming over, but he is able to run horizontally enough with enough speed that he's going to be able to pick up the first down. So good awareness there by Kerryon Johnson. 1st and 10 on the 34. We're going to run the ball down the middle, and Kerryon Johnson's going to get a good pickup about 4 or 5. And by now, if you haven't realized already, Frank Ragnow will not be returning to the game. It is a serious injury. We have yet to find out what it is exactly, but he will not be there today. So this is 2 games in a row that he does not get the finish. And when it's our star offensive lineman, our best guy out there on the front, missing time, it's going to hurt us, as Clark is going to make a big play shedding through the right guard, and he's going to get Kerryon Johnson for a loss of 1. So 2nd and 11 on the 44 with 3 minutes left in the quarter. Matthew Stafford's going to snap the ball and drop back. They're bringing in 4, and he's going to almost throw an interception there. You got to wonder what he's thinking, perhaps just trying to do too much. And, this is what happens when, you're pinned in deep situations, when you don't find success on the earlier downs. But we're going to go to the sideline there for Rodney Foreman, who seemingly gets his feet in bounds. The ref do call it a catch, but Green Bay will challenge it. And of course, there's no risk here when you are winning 17-0 in the first half. So if they do lose a timeout, they're not going to sweat it too much. But from that angle, when he does end up touching the ball, it does look like his feet are in bounds. We look at it from there. You can see the left foot does eventually get out of bounds. But it is going to be ruled a catch. So a big play there by Rodney Foreman, showing some of that, I guess you can say, awareness. You can say more of that, athletic ability. As he's able to slow down, he's able to keep his feet in bounds and make a big catch for this offense on a 3rd and long. On the very next play, Kerryon Johnson's going to pick up a gain of about 4, and we're going to pass it now. Looking around, and we're going to go for the corner. It's open, but overthrown by Matthew Stafford. And this was an issue last week, missing wide open guys. In that situation, you want to throw it in his chest, or you want to throw it downfield to avoid the safety. And he's just putting us in tough situations. Kerry Haynes, rookie receiver, is going to be able to pick out, find the open hole down the middle. We're going to get a first down here, but that's a difference, man. We could have had a touchdown, or we could have the first down. And throwing a tight throw to Rodney Foreman in the end zone. And oh my God, I thought that was going to be an interception. And what happened on this one, I think that just went right through the hands of Adrian Amos. And, Rodney Foreman's able to keep track of the ball and get the touchdown. So a big play for the offense there. We needed it, as they're going to find Davante Adams back on offense as Aaron Rodgers, complaining about taking a late hit. Still has the X Factor ability. So, just like that, if we're not able to sack him quickly, or even then, if we do create pressure, that ball is going to come out so much quicker, as Davante Adams is going to make 2 big catches in a row, and he had the touchdown last drive. So just like that, Davante Adams is getting involved nice and early, and he's that top guy for Green Bay. He gets a lot of catches, and he's going to get them in bunches throughout the game, and we have to figure out how to slow that down. Now, looking around, trying to get for Davante Adams, he does make the catch, but it's going to be out of bounds. So 2nd and 10, and still with the X Factor. I believe we need to get a sack on Aaron Rodgers to get rid of that. He's going to look for the hook route there, but nothing going. He's going to throw it a little bit wide, but there is a flag on the field, and that's going to be a holding on the offense. So 2nd and 20, we need to take advantage of this and hopefully put up some points before half. Now, 2nd and 20, Aaron Rodgers dropping back. He's going to take a hit late, but it's going to be St. Brown who makes the catch short. And at this point, I don't think they're going for a touchdown. I think they just want to get in safe field goal position for Mason Crosby, veteran kicker, and just assure themselves more points before half. Now, looking around, Aaron Rodgers is going to throw it to the middle, but he's going to overthrow it. Tonyan did just not get the release he wants. After he does the outside move back to the inside, Jelani Tavai is able to create great pressure, great coverage, and we're able to force a field goal. So they do end up getting points, which is what they probably wanted from the start. Now, after a field goal, after the kickoff here, Nick Bodden is going to get a holding penalty. So this is going to put us in a 1st and 11. So we were hoping to get points here, and it doesn't look like we'll be able to do so. But on the next play, we're going to throw it to Sammy Watkins. Of course, Jair Alexander not there to make the interception for 6 this time, so we're going to take the yards. He does get out of bounds, so 2nd and 3. Of course, only 26 seconds left, but we do have 3 timeouts. So let's see if we can take advantage of it. Looking around, Matthew Stafford is going to find Kerry Haynes, who's going to be wide open down the center of the field, and we're going to take our first timeout here. So already 2 solid plays, 18 seconds. We want field goal position, but that means we're going to have to throw it deep at some point just to make up from some lost yards. Now, he's going to be hit as he throws. That was Clark coming down the middle, able to do that, but he does get rid of it, and with forward motion, it is not a fumble. So time does stop, and we do not take a sack. But looking around, we're going to throw this one to Brashad Perriman, who makes an athletic catch. But of course, having not created a completion on first down there and being hit and instead throwing an incompletion, a lot of time was wasted here. So only 9 seconds at the start of this play, and just like that, they create pressure again. That's a Darius Smith, star edge rusher for the Green Bay Packers. And now 5 seconds left. We need a play. And we're just going to end up throwing that to DeAndre Swift, who's on the flat route there. We're going to call it safe. We're going to get a couple yards. Of course, that is going to be the end of the half. So down 20-7. The Green Bay Packers have been dominant on offense. Unfortunately, a pick 6 is going to make this score look inflated. Overall, I think we're moving the ball decently well, 173 yards, but we're still struggling in the blocking area. And with Frank Ragnow not being able to double team on Clark, it's sure to struggle a lot more for the end of the game. Now Agnew, for the first kickoff of the second half, is going to get good yardage there, up to the 24. And at this point, I'm showing you some kickoffs, but we are starting to take a knee a little bit more. It seems like Agnew might be tired at this point of the season, as we throw an interception on the first play of the half. And that is going to be Savage in the end zone. The safety for the Green Bay Packers is just going to undercut the flat route. And they're going for 2 here. And this game is getting out of hand. 2 pick 6s for this defense. They are feeling it right now. Is Aaron Rodgers rolling out? And he's just going to dump this one off to Davante Adams, the main man for this offense. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. So 28-7 here so far. And this just looks like it's getting sloppy. Clark on the very next play is going to make a big play behind the line of scrimmage there and take Kerryon Johnson down. So that's going to be a loss of 2 right there. And this is getting ugly right now. We need to make some plays. We're continuing to have troubles on 1st and 2nd down. But we're going to find DeAndre Swift on the flat route. Makes a good move on Jair Alexander to gain the 1st down. So after a bad run on 1st down, DeAndre Swift is going to make a big play, take advantage of the one-on-one with the cornerback. We just brought it up earlier when it came to Aaron Jones and Jeff Okudah. Hitting the corner route now, TJ Hawkinson, big gain. So it looks like Matthew Stafford does, intend to keep this game alive. He's making big throws. And when the pressure isn't coming, he's finding the open guy for the most part. I mean, the 2 interceptions definitely don't make it seem like so. But other than those 2 interceptions, he really hasn't had any ugly incompletions. So we're hoping that he can wake up at this point, keep his composure, stay calm, and find the open guys. We're going to hit DeAndre Swift on the flat route there. Nothing going. The momentum does end up taking him out of bounds. So 3rd and 7 on the 37. Of course, we've taken 3 minutes off the clock so far. Matthew Stafford dropping back. It's going to be a screen pass, but a great job. I believe that is Scott right there. Yep. Another safety for the Green Bay Packers is going to be able to make the 1st down saving tackle, as Swift had nothing but green ahead of him. He was running to the sideline, but Scott is going to be able to catch up to him and take him down before the 1st down. So we do take our points. We're going to get a field goal up there. But of course, this Aaron Rodgers offense, which has had no issue driving the ball downfield on us so far, comes back out here hoping to solidify their lead. Now, on the first run, they're going to go Aaron Jones for a gain of about 3. Now, second down, shotgun, dropping back. He's going to hit the sideline there, and that's going to be Tonyan, who had a breakout season last year. And he gets wide open on the out route there. So 1st and 10 on the 36 with about 5 minutes left in the quarter. Pressure coming in, so he's going to sail this one out of bounds. Great job there by Romeo Okwara, able to disrupt the pass there. Under center now, 2nd and 10. You're going to see a motion there by Devontae Adams. We felt like we've seen this earlier, and we have. He sits down, and Desmond Trufant is going to be able to take him down right after the catch. John Brown, on the first time we saw that in the second quarter, I believe, was able to turn it upfield for some extra yards. But this time we're going to be able to take him down. So 3rd and 4 here, we're hoping for a stop. We're bringing in the blitz, and he's going to sail this one out of bounds once again, uncomfortable, as we get a free man going in. And he's going to be able to lay quite the hit on Aaron Rodgers there. So if we're able to continue hitting him and set some pressure, we're seeing that he's not comfortable making the throws when we have someone in his face. So something to keep note of as we hope to come back. Now, on the first down play there, we're going to find Swift on the out route, so a gain of about 5. Now, 2nd and 5, looking around. We're going to find Swift once again, who's going to take it upfield, and he's going to get a first down and a bit more. So 21 for 30 for 230 yards so far for Matthew Stafford. But of course, he's got that 1-2 split, one touchdown to 2 interceptions. And we try to run. We're trying to get Kerryon Johnson involved, but he's going to get taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and he is down. So hopefully this is not serious. He's a big part of this offense, and finding, having a guy like him be able to run it for us on 1st and 2nd down is important, especially when we're on 3rd and short. So of course, no news yet, just a couple plays later, but we'll see if we'll get something on next drive. And we throw our 3rd interception of the game, and this time it's going to be another pick 6. So 3 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, and this time it is Russell. So 3 interceptions to 3 different people. And of course, the worst news coming in, Kerryon Johnson with a fractured hip. That's a big injury there. That might be 5 or 6 weeks or perhaps even more, which means DeAndre Swift is going to come out and have to make some plays. That is unfortunate news for our offense, but I do not know if you've seen, but it is time for Philip Shelby to get some playing time. After 2 performances in a row with 3 interceptions, inconsistencies ever since the bye break, we need to get the rookie some playing time. We need to see what he's all about. And we're not helping him on our first drive as nobody's getting open. His first throw, he's going to be hit as he throws, as he's looking for DeAndre Swift on the little Texas route there. But I think it's time that we at least give him a shot to show us what he has. We need to make some plays. And, with a 35-10 lead, are we going to be able to catch up? I mean, this defense has shut us down all game. This offense has had no issue driving on us. So I think it is a good time to let Philip Shelby come in, get some reps in, see what he's all about. And, that's just the direction that we're going to go in for the rest of the game, as they're going to find Tonyan on the out route there for a gain of about 6. So 2nd and 4, Aaron Rodgers under center in the I formation is going to hand it out to the stretch route. And a close call there as Jelani Tavai is not able to bring him down by itself. It's going to be Christian Jones who comes in with the backup. Of course, we don't want to give up a big play nonetheless, even with the score. Even if we're not going to be able to make a comeback here, we're going to want to show some pride, show some dignity, and hope to make some plays. So now on Philip Shelby's 2nd drive of the game, we're going to hand this one off to DeAndre Swift. Up the middle is going to gain about 9 yards, so a good run there. And this time it is Rodney Foreman. And how does this happen? 3 key injuries on offense here today. Ragnow, Kerryon Johnson, and now Rodney Foreman. What are we going to do as we try to find Sammy Watkins? The ball is going to be, knocked out. But Rodney Foreman with a dislocated elbow. That is another long-term injury as we get to the latter part of the season. And things just could not get worse here as we're going to run it here. Swift is going to get the first down. But, of course, I'm sure, on the sideline right now, heads are down. We're being blown out. We've lost 3 key players on offense. And, Matthew Stafford is no longer in the game. So there's going to be that whole entire, what is this offense going to do? As we try to find Kerry Haynes, the rookie, who's going to drop it. So far, 0 for 3 here for Philip Shelby. But he's just not getting the help here. The guys aren't getting open. We're not making plays. Kerry Haynes is going to get it on the very next play. He's able to get the first down. But I think you can also tell by the tone of my voice that things are just not looking good for this offense. As you see Aaron Rodgers celebrating on the sideline. This is just very unfortunate for us so far. This is not how we wanted the second half of the season to go. Now Swift is going to run it on the outside there. A little RPO. It's going to be a gain of about 3. Now on 2nd and 7 on the 46. if we can get Philip Shelby to get a scoring drive, it'll look good for us, that's for sure. And it'll build his confidence as we're going to have to start thinking about what we're going to do with the quarterback situation for the rest of the season here. Matthew Stafford hasn't looked very good. I mean, quite frankly, Philip Shelby hasn't looked too good, but a great throw right there on the sideline. But when it comes to Philip Shelby's performance, I might be a little harsh saying he doesn't look too good. We just haven't been getting open, and the pressure is coming in through the middle. We just don't have a great backup center. A guy who's more orientated to the running game, but as well, he is below average. Now, going for the corner route, TJ Hawkinson taking a risk, and he's going to get up there and get the big catch, 27 yards. So it looks like TJ Hawkinson is at least awake and trying to make some plays for us, as we're going to hand it off to Swift on the very next play, but nowhere to go, as Barnes is going to be able to hold him up until Clark, and I believe someone else got involved to take him down. So 2nd and goal on the 4-yard line here. We need to score here. If we do not score, it'll just be a disappointment. So now, rolling out, Shelby is going to find Sammy Watkins, who's kind of just forgotten on the side of the end zone. A little bit of a cheeky play there, but we'll absolutely take it. And we are going to go for 2 here. Just trying to get as many throws in there for Philip Shelby, even though the situation is pretty dire this game. Try and let him make plays, see what he's all about. That's what this, end of the second half is going to be for him. So now, of course, the offense is back out with about 6.5 minutes left. They're going to run it down to Aaron Jones, Trey Flowers, and I believe Deshaun Hand both getting in there to make the stop. So 7 rushes for 10 yards. We were right on the spot when we said that these guys are going to want to throw the ball on us a lot, and that's exactly what they did. And of course, the 3 turnovers for a touchdown were not beneficial for us. And so they're going to run it here. I believe they're just going to try and run the clock out, and it's going to be a 3rd and 3, but they're staying in the shotgun here, so it's hard to tell what to expect. Now, the corner route, Aaron Jones gets to the outside, and nobody's there to stop him. Jelani Tavai is not going to be able to catch up, and thank God Jeff Okudah is there to stop him. A huge run for Aaron Jones, and those are absolutely going to inflate his numbers. 9 rushes for 77 yards at this point. He was not having much success earlier on, and we're going to bring pressure there to Aaron Rodgers, but he's going to be able to get it out, even though we had 2 guys get their paws on him. And Aaron Rodgers, they're coming out throwing here. A little surprising, with the situation that this game is in. And they're going to get the screen route there. Aaron Jones is just going to walk into the end zone. And that's going to be another touchdown for the Green Bay Packers, with the score currently being 42-16. Now, with 4 minutes and a half left, Philip Shelby is still getting some time. And he's going to be sacked by Rashawn Gary. And they're going to mark this, they're not going to mark this a safety. They're going to mark us down at the 1-yard line. But we are struggling on offense. We're struggling in the passing game. We're struggling in the run game. There's just not much going on for us right now. And, it's a little disappointing for Philip Shelby's, big debut. His first, glimpse of significant playing time. Of course, it isn't a loss, but that doesn't mean we can't go out there and at least help him out to make some plays. On the very next play, he's going to take pressure on 3rd and 12. And there's just not much we can do when the pressure comes up from the middle. That is the worst spot that you can allow pressure to come through. If pressure comes up through the middle, the quarterback just really doesn't have time to make his reads. And this offense is going to come back out after a punt. So, 42-16. We're expecting runs, but they're staying in shotguns now. They're staying in the shotgun formation, so it's kind of hard to tell what to expect, as they don't do a lot of, under formation. So, he's going to let the clock run out here, and they're going to get a motion by Davante Adams, and they're just going to they're just going to hand this one off down to the middle for Aaron Jones. Jeff Okudah there to bring him down. And now 3rd and 3, and hopefully we can stop them here, because we don't want to give them any more points than they already have. They're going to run this up the middle again, and this time Aaron Jones is going to be able to get the first down. So 12 rushes for 90 yards. Of course, that big run does pad his stats. But nonetheless, it's hard to judge this game. The offense, 3 pick sixes by Matthew Stafford. The defense just in consistent bad situations that we're just not getting them getting this offense, the Green Bay offense in situations where they really have to drive down the field. It felt like they were starting at halfway through every single drive. And it's a little hard for your defense to really, adjust to what they're doing on a drive-to-drive basis, as they're going to fake the motion there, hand it off to Aaron Jones. Don't suspect, Detroit to take their timeouts, and they don't. And this is going to be the very last play of the game as time runs out. A horrible loss here. This is going to be the toughest game we've had all season. But what do you expect by the best team in the NFC, who is currently, 9-2 now with this win right here? Aaron Rodgers has an amazing performance. This defensive line was able to harass our quarterbacks all day. You can see Philip Shelby avoiding a couple players there. Going to see Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams. It's a tough game for him. And going into this situation now, where already his future was a little up in the air. We did draft Philip Shelby and hopefully, get his replacement in the long term. But, 2 back-to-back games with 3 interceptions. It's going to be his third 3-interception performance of the season. And, throughout the week, we're going to have a big decision to make. Who's going to be starting at quarterback? On top of that, we're missing our best receiver, Rodney Foreman, who was, our leading receiver. We're missing our best offensive lineman, Frank Ragnow, who was not there for the game. We'll have to go see what he's dealing with. We didn't get to see throughout the game. And, of course, Kerryon Johnson, our main runner, who also is going to be out with I believe it was a broken hip. So we know for sure that, Rodney Foreman and, Kerryon Johnson are going to be out for a while. But Frank Ragnow still yet to see. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Peace out.